What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with a full Sinistea evolution team. We'll be doing a team of Sinistea and Polteageist. Now, since there's only two Pokemon in this evolution line, I'll be doing the shinies and the normals. And the shiny ones are going to have the authentic seal on them, which is a little picture up the top there. You can just see the little seal underneath the bottom of the teapot there. Not something that's very easy to see. If you do want to check me out on Twitch, people, this is where I do all my live streams, the Thing Teens, Pokemon Sweeps, all other forms of Salty Entertainment. The link's in the description of the video. People know YT, come and check me out, people, and drop me a follow there. Alright, let's get into the very first battle. This is against Marinette here, and we've got a reboot lead, and we're also on the ground field right here. I always get these two mixed up. So this reboot probably going to be able to destroy me here. And like real talk, I've got a Baton Pass Metronome Shell Smash Memento set here. This is just made to pass a few stats and troll a little bit with Metronome, right? So Reboot's going to go for a U-turn here. It's got Libera. It's going to change it into a bug type and does pretty good damage to Sinistea there. Now, Sinistea has got the weak armor ability there as well. And I've also got Focus Sash as the item. I've got max health and max speed. So it's pretty much designed to get a boost off and then swap out. And I might be able to get some luck with Metronome. You never know, but it's more of a gimmick here, right? Next Pokemon to come in is going to be the Dragonette. It's a shiny pink set. So go for the Metronome, hoping for a good move. And I got a heal plus. I'm like, oh, that really sucks. So, Dragonette was already at full health, and I didn't really want to heal it anyway. Let's be real. Now, this Dragonette ride could be a scary set, so I want to make sure I can get a good move on it with Metronome. I got Flash Cannon. Look at this damage right here. So our Flash Cannon there is going to get some pretty good damage on the Dragonette. You got to say, with no special attack ABs, that wasn't too bad. And now the Dragonette is going to go for a Dragonette Dance. And it's going to be dancing, and it's going to raise its attack by 1 stage and its speed by 1 stage. This is bad. Now, instead of having Everlight, it's got Leftovers as an item, which is kind of interesting. So I'm thinking right here, should I just Memento and get rid of its stats? I think that might be a good idea because, I could get swept by this thing. I don't want to get swept by my favorite evolution line, right? So our Dragonette is going to get a negative in its attack by 2 and its special attack. I'd say they're fully running physical anyway with the Dragonette set. So bye-bye Sinistea, and it went for Outrage. Damn, that's a very, very powerful move right there. So no target, however, it's going to get a little bit of help from the Leftovers. It's almost back to full. Next Pokemon is the Polteageist here. Now, this is a pretty cool set. Now, when you run around Polteageist, right, I had to run Tea Time, right? Tea Time is a really cool move because if you're holding a berry, if yourself or the opponent is holding a berry and you use this move, Tea Time will happen and you'll consume your berries. It's really, really cool. Now, Dragonette, interesting enough, is going to swap out there. I would have loved to actually for it to stay in. And we got Roselia coming in here. Now, Roselia can quite run a very good bulky special defense set, right? So I've got the curse up on the Polteageist, yeah? Let me explain what this set is. It's quite bulky. So I've got Tea Time, Strength Sap, Curse, and Trick. I've got the Ganlon Berry as the item here, and I've got Ability Curse Body. This set's all around actually putting a curse in the opponent, consuming the Ganlon Berry, boosting your defense by 1 stage, and then healing yourself up there with the Strength Sap there. Now, the Roselia doesn't do a lot of damage to me there, and it's going to heal itself up a little bit, but Curse is doing heaps, so it's all good, right? Now, the EV spread for this set, we've got max health and max special defense. I ran this as a calm nature. So go for Tea Time there, digging in and eating my berry right there. It's going to be a Ganlon Berry. The thing that I really wanted to do, but it was kind of like luck-based there, was to eat my Ganlon Berry, then maybe later on trick the opponent, steal one of their berries, then use Tea Time and consume, multiple berries. Thought that'd be, really, really cool. So go for the Strength Tap here on the Roselia. This was sort of like a long sort of part of the battle here. This is definitely a bulky set. And I'm thinking right here, I might be able to get rid of my, not my Everlight, the opposing opponent's Everlight. I'm assuming they've got Everlight, right? Now, Roselia's going to set a layer of Toxic Spikes up on the field, and I'm going to get some more Curse damage there. So I probably need, 1 more Curse or 2 more Curses here, to take it out, right? To get rid of this Roselia. I'll put it on a low amount of health anyway. This is more like the support style Pokemon on my team, like the very first Sinistea. I've actually got the shiny ones as the offensive ones. They're also the, the authentic Sinistea and Polteageist. So these ones are the phony ones, I guess you'd say. It's very, very strange Well, I mean, it's not that strange because normally, like on like silverware or Chinaware, they've got like little logos underneath, like not really, hard to look at, like a hard to look at place, right? So the only bad thing is if you want to know about it, you can't really see it that well in the battle. You need the teapot, the camera angle to actually, pan below the teapot to actually see the little symbol there, right? If it doesn't have a symbol, it's obviously not authentic, right? So we're going to go for strength that once again on the Roselia. This is a very, very long part of the battle trying to get around this thing. I didn't really want to swap into my other Pokemon, right? Because one had a sash and one was quite, it wasn't that bulky, so I wanted to sort of like save them in the back then. So we're going to eventually swap out Polteageist. I'm seeing this matchup is going nowhere. I just simply can't do enough damage to it just with Curse. So I'm going to go into the authentic Polteageist, yeah. So I've got some toxic damage there, which is, I guess, it's annoying, but it's alright because I don't have, like, Sash or anything like that. Now, this is a very, very offensive set. We've got Sparky, the Pikachu coming in here. I've got a physical set. I've got Max Attack and Max Speed, Adamant Nature. I've got Shell Smash, Polteageist, Self-Destruct, and Sucker Punch. So I decided to go for a physical set because the special one, it's kind of too strong, and I don't really want to run that one, right? And I thought a physical set would be really, really cool. So Pikachu's got to go for a Thunderbolt here. It does very good damage to Polteageist. Polteageist has got pretty good special defense there, so I managed to lift that. It's got the Light Ball as the item. I'm going to attack with the Polteageist here. I wasn't able to get a Shell Smash up, so Pikachu actually lives that. So, I mean, when you look at its attack stat, it isn't really the greatest there in the world. So I've got Sucker Punch in this set, and I was like, oh, I should have gone for Sucker Punch there. I actually misclicked and went for Self-Destruct. I should have just gone for Sucker Punch. They went for a Disrespect Grass Knot, and then I got a Self-Destruct off. So I guess you could say that I was gonna feint the Pikachu anyway there, but I ended up feinting both of them. I was like, what can you do right there? I hate it when you misclick accidentally. So bye-bye Pikachu and bye-bye Polteageist. So I've got one more Polteageist left, and I've got one more Sinistea left. It's like a big tea party at the moment. Next Pokemon is the Reboot. We've seen this earlier on, and it used U-Turn. So, this is the bulky set once again. We got Flare Blitz. I was like, man, this is going to do a lot of damage. I don't have Ganlon Berry anymore. Almost wipes me out in one move. Curse Body is going to kick in there and disable. It is going to take a bit of recoil damage, and I chose to go for Curse here. I was actually very happy about this because I got the Flare Blitz recoil, yeah, and then I got the Curse recoil at the end of this turn. So Polteageist served a pretty good purpose on the Reboot, getting some damage. Plus, it's actually not bad because it's lost its main stab move here. Well, most powerful stab move because Liberia obviously gives you stab, right? So going into my Sinistea now, this is my last Pokemon. This is my special sweeper. This is more based off a special sweeping set. So I've got Shell Smash, Shadow Ball, Giga Drain, and Psychic with a weak armor, max speed and max special attack. I gave it Modest Nature because it needed a little bit more. This is going to be a struggle set because obviously I disabled it, so it's choice, yeah, and weak armor is going to kick in, which is very, very funny right there that, actually caused a struggle. So Reboot's going to take some recall there. I popped the Shell Smash here. I sort of just had to risk that because there was so many Pokemon left at this stage, and I was already poisoned, yeah, right? So we got those Shell Smashed up. Nice little boost in special attack and very, very nice boost in speed there. Thanks to Shell Smash and, of course, the weak armor from the struggle Reboot here. And Reboot is going to get booted out of this battle from the Curse from my earlier Polteageist. So that worked out very, very well. I was very lucky getting Curse Body there. And I was also lucky that it was a choice there, yeah? So next Pokemon is a Dragonette. We've seen this one early on there. And it's got Dragonette and it's got Outrage. That's all we know about it so far. So I was like, okay, well, this is not going to... It's definitely not going to be as powerful as a Polteageist with Shell Smash. But, Sinistea still has reasonable special attack. So this should be enough to take out Dragonette. I already know that it's not an Everlight set too. It's got leftovers. So this should be able to take it out. I like the little ghost that comes out of the tea there. That's very, very cool. A very unique design too, I must say. This is probably the best time to see the authentic seal too. When the camera angle actually pans underneath the Dynamax Pokemon, you can actually see the seal. But yes, I'm sure you know. I'm sure you all pretty much know about that anyway. Or if you didn't, you sort of know what the seal looks like now because I put it in the introduction of this video. So Dragonette is going to live and it's going to get a rest off. So it's definitely a shed skin set. And I'm going to take some more toxic damage. This is bad. I actually have to take this Dragonette, like, no joke. If it wakes up with Shed Skin, I'm in a lot of trouble right here. So go for another Max Phantasm on the Dragonette. Almost takes it out again. It was very, very close, but didn't get the one hit KO. Now, dropping the defense on the Dragonair, of course, that's not going to mean anything because they're running a special state. Here comes Sleep Talk. I don't think it's got Shed Skin. I think it's got Marvel Scale. And Dragonair's going to get a Dragon Dance here. So I'm thinking, okay, I've got Shell Smash and I've got the Weak Armor up. So even though it got a boost in speed, there's no way that it'll be able to outspeed my little Sinistea there. So taking a little bit more toxic damage. The good thing about the toxic damage, it wasn't bad toxic damage because they only got to lay 1 toxic spikes on the field there. If it was 2, it'd be really, really bad. You can see if you like the camera angle also pans above it too, you can see the little tea inside the teacup like swirling around. It's really, really cool. So Dragonair is going to faint there finally. I put the Psychic Terrain on the field here because I had an idea in case I could get around this Dragonair. Like I was pretty confident I could get around it. So I'm actually getting pretty close to fainting here. And the last Pokemon is going to be... Actually, the last Pokemon is a Roselia because this is a 4v4, right? Now, my opponent hasn't Dynamaxed their team here either. So I'm thinking, okay, Roselia is going to be the Dynamax Pokemon. I've put the Psychic Terrain down in the field. I'm like, wait, like that's really good, right? Because actually that's going to power up my Psychic move. So I may as well go for that here. So here it comes, people. Dynamax Roselia, only on Polteageist Shadow. I must say a very, very nice shiny as well. The purple and black bros really, really work together. And they look even like more awesome in Dynamaxes. I guess because they're like, so much bigger there, right? I know that I can outspeed this. Here it comes. Here comes the Psychic with the Psychic Terrain. And Roselia is going to go down. I had so much trouble with that earlier on with my my Sap Sipper Polteageist. It was nice to see it finally faint there. A really cool team by my opponent. Thank you, Marinette, for the battle right there. I can't remember when I had this battle. I think it might have been on my Twitch stream or Discord or Wycom. One of the two. Or 3. Next battle, this one's against Kenji. We've got a 4v5 battle here, which is interesting. Now, I'm trying to think what the day, because I'm uploading these videos in advance. So this should come out on a Thursday. So tomorrow, I think there's a Pokemon sweep tomorrow. So make sure you're looking forward to that one, right? So we got a Pikachu lead here. It's going to go for a light screen. Like, okay, a light screen Pikachu. There you go, only on Polteageist Shadow. Right, so go for the tea time here. I'm going to consume that Ganlon Berry right away there. I like how the opponent also has a cup too in that animation. It's very, 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 very thoughtful giving them a cup too. So I'm going to get that nice Ganlon Berry boost there. Pikachu's got Tickle. It's got Light Screen and Tickle. Tickle my pickle. I've got a hat that says that, right? I wear it during my streams when I eat a pickle. Only the Twitch people would know that. So we're going to go for a curse here on the Pikachu, and Pikachu is going to be inflicted by the curse. So I was thinking, even if I don't get around the Pikachu, I at least got the curse up. I might be able to set up with one of my, my Sinistea or my Polteageist after this. Now, Pikachu, interesting enough, is going to be a fully supporting set so far. It's got Light Screen, it's got Reflect, and it's got Tickle. So I've yet to see any kind of offensive move whatsoever. I'm thinking maybe it's got this Thunderbolt or Volt Switch or something like that. Like, must have some, some form of offense. Yeah. So Pikachu is down to half health there due to yours truly with the curses, and it's going to go for Volt Switch. Now, this was pretty funny because I curse bodied the Volt Switch, but it would have been great if it wasn't like a move like Volt Switch, how it switches it out, right? But if it was like normal Thunderbolt, they would have had to swap out there just to get around that. So going for Tricky, I thought I might be able to trick a Night away, and another Pikachu comes in. This is a full Pikachu team with all different sorts of hats. Now, I've done this team myself, but it was a very, very long time ago. I've got to say, I got to say 3 to 4 years ago I did this team, a very, very long time ago. Maybe in the future I might redo it because there are a couple of new hats to go for, right? So bye-bye Polteageist. It was real there. Quite a good start to the battle there. I like that tea time Polteageist. It's quite fun. It's short-lived, though, because you got to use Curse, and if you've ever seen anything really powerful on the physical attacking side and you haven't got a Strength Sap already, it can be rough there, but a cool set. I'm going to go into Sinistea now, and this is where the true power of the Metronome Sinistea came through. Just watch this segment now. So go for the Metronome here. I get Lash Out, which is pretty cool. The little ghost comes out of the cup, right? And does some pretty good damage to Pikachu. Look at that health bar go down. Now the Pikachu is going to go for a Thunderbolt here, right? And Thunderbolt does a lot of damage there, which is very, very bad. Now I'd say Curse is doing the majority of the damage here at the moment. And I've only got status moves. So I've got nothing to lose here. Let's go for Metronome. I want to see what it does, right? And I got Acro Pressure. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Acro Pressure randomly raises one stat by 2 stages. and that is going to give me an evasive rise, and the Pikachu's got rest. I'm like, no! It's a bulky Pikachu. Very, very bulky Pikachu there. If you can imagine a bulky Pikachu. So Pikachu is going to close its little peepers there, and it's going to be sleeping right now. I do have that curse up, which is going to be very, very good there. I need to turn this battle around at the moment because I've almost lost my Sinistea, but I thought maybe I could pull out a one-hit KO move here, and then I got Hammer Arm. I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. Look at this animation. So the little ghost hand comes out that extends into the big orange arm there and does pretty good damage to Pikachu. I'm happy with that damage. You got to be happy with that, right? Now, Pikachu doesn't seem to have Sleep Talk or anything like that, so I am doing curse damage to it, but the problem is if I don't do enough damage with my next, metronome move there, it's going to be able to use rest again. I guess they're just resting in hopes that I'll get like explosion or, Lunar Dance or something like that. I'm going to get Doom Desire, which is really, really cool. That's Jirachi's signature move there. The only bad thing about that is it's not going to be very effective on Pikachu because it's a steel type move on an electric type Pokemon. So Pikachu is almost down here. It's going to wake up and go for another rest. I'm like, man, that really, really sucks. But this is where things get really, really interesting. So Pikachu is back to full health there, right? And I'm gonna wiggle my little ghosty finger again there, right? Watch this. I get disabled, so I disable Pikachu's rest. So now it's no longer able to use rest for a couple of turns there, right? Which is good because it's been stalling me out like crazy. Like basically, it's been the Sinistea versus the Pikachu and the curse happening. The Reflector's finally gonna wear off there, which is very, very good. So Pikachu's snoozing again. Now, right, I'm going to go for Metronome, and this time, interestingly enough, I get Magic Powder. Magic Powder is going to change Pikachu's typing there to Psychic type. So that means Doom Desire, which is going to hit right away, is not going to be not very effective. It's going to be neutral, and it almost drops in a one-shot, and the Curse is going to take the Pikachu out. Wow! That was some amazing luck right there. That was crazy. Like, this is the best performance of the Metronome Sinistea so far. Like, I couldn't believe the luck there. So, Pikachu, this is the one from the start. It's going to use Light again. I'm like, man, I got to take this Pikachu out right. Now, I know this only has Volt Switch. So, I'm thinking right here, if I can get a good offensive move, and I got Hone Claws. Like, okay, Hone Claws, that's pretty good. I'm going to at least increase my that'd be good on like a powerful special move that's not very like accurate, something like that. Now Pikachu's got to go for Reflect. So this Pikachu has set both the screens up again here. Yeah? So now we're going to go for a Metronome once again, and we're going to actually get Mega Horn. I got Hone Claws Mega Horn, which is actually really lucky, because there's a chance of it missing there. Obviously, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's pretty funny that I got Hone Claws and a not 100% actually moved there. So go for another Metronome here, and I get Hypnosis. I'm like, wow, this is getting like all the really cool moves, and it lands on top of that. So Pikachu, once again, is going to be put to sleep, this time by me, not by the, the Pikachu using rest. Now watch this, right? So Pikachu is going to be sleeping still, which is great. I'm going to go for the Metronome here, right? And I think, okay, give me a powerful move, and I get rest. Like, what? Now, my Sinistea is going to be sleeping here, so much sleeping is going on here. The funny thing is, right, Metronome caused two of those sleeping things, like from the Hypnosis and the rest, right? So Sinistea is going to be sleeping for 2 turns. Pikachu wakes up, goes for a Volt Switch. It misses due to the Acro Pressure earlier on in the battle, if you can actually remember that, which was really, really funny. It went for another one, and it missed as well, so I dodged 2 Volt Switches on my Sinistea, right? Pikachu finally gets a Volt Switch off, and Sinistea is going to be able to take them, which was really, really good. So I need to take that Pikachu out when it comes in next. I was just going to set more screens up, yeah? Next Pikachu to come in here, you know what I did, right? I was like, let's Baton Pass. Let's Baton Pass this Acro Pressure and go into one of my or more offensive Pokemon. Because let's be real, like, that Sinistea was amazing. It put its best work in right there. So going into the physical Polteageist, here comes a Volt Tackle. Holy moly, that did a lot of damage. Focus Sash is going to save me there, which is great. Now, I'm going to get the Weak Armor here, which is going to boost my speed and drop my defense. Not that it matters, because I'm only on 1 health. So, things are pretty good right now. Do I want to go for Dynamax on 1 health? I'm thinking about, nah. I mean, I could. I've got a Shell Smash off here, but it's very, very risky there, right? So, getting my Shell Smash up, and now Polteageist is going to have a pretty good attack stat here, right? You could go for Polteageist and stuff like that. Light Screen has worn off. I was like, let's go for Polteageist here. It's got Light Ball. I want to get rid of it. I've got to take a couple of these Pikachus out, right? So Pikachu is going to go down. So that's great, getting rid of little Pikachu right there. So that's 2 Pikachu gone. Next is the Pikachu. This is another one, so this is not the starting one. You can tell by all their hats, right? And this is going to be a Dynamax Pikachu. So I guess they Dynamax this Pikachu in hopes they'd be able to tank my move and, you know, get rid of my Pikachu, because it's only got 1 more health here. Now, the problem with physical Poltergeist, if you're not using it in Dynamax, it's really not that great, right? Self-destruct would hit very hard, but I didn't really want to use it. I wanted to go for Poltergeist. So these all seem to have Light Ball here. Look at the damage it did. Sweet, sweet damage. Unfortunately, the boost from Dynamax on the Pikachu allowed it to leave, which was very, very unfortunate. So down goes my physical Poltergeist. I tried, people. I tried pretty hard there. So I've lost both my Poltergeists. I've only got Sinesteas left. I mean, this is looking really, really bad. So going to my authentic Sinistea here, we got another Max Darkness on my Sinistea, and I'm going to live on 1 health because I got the Sash. Now it's time to come back into this battle, people. I was like, okay, I've got the Focus Sash here, which is great. Now I can go for the Shell Smash and see if I can get this special attack to happen. Now, I've also got weak armor too, so there's no way that these Pikachus can outspeed me. The only real priority move that Pikachu has got was like Fake Out and Quick Attack, and that's not going to affect me, right, because I'm a Ghost type. So things are looking good right now. Things are starting to look up a little bit. I've still got a lot of Pikachus to deal with, though. So getting those nice boosts and stats right there, I'm going to Dynamax this Sinistea. Even on 1 health, I have to do it, because remember, the other one only has Metronome, yeah? So it's a mixed bag of what it's going to do, and I feel like it's not going to do any better than what it did before, because that was incredible what it did right there. So here we go, people. We are going to attack this Pikachu and hopefully take it out there. So getting a massive 1 health there just from the Dynamax. We're going to go for the Max Mindstorm here on the Pikachu, and that is going to be enough to take it out. It was already weakened before from the Poltergeist that I did earlier on there. It's quite funny how they had a Pokemon called, Poltergeist, and then there was a move called Poltergeist too, which is very interesting. I think that might be the very first time that's ever happened. I'm trying to think at the moment. I could be wrong, but I think that's the very, very first time it happened. If it is not the first time, just let me know in the comments. So we got another Pikachu here. I'm going to go for the Max Phantasm, and Pikachu's only got a little bit of health there. That was the screening Pikachu from the start there, so goodbye. There's only 1 more Pikachu left here because they brought 5 Pikachus. And this one, I think this is a World Championship one. We're going to go for the Max Phantasm here, and that is way too much for Pikachu to live. And that, my friends, is the second battle with Sinistea Evolution Team. Hope you enjoyed this one. It was a really fun team to use there. And, man, we almost threw all the Gen 8 Evolution teams. I'll catch you tomorrow for a Pokemon sweep. Peace out.